One lucky son of a gun I know ended up pulling the Prismatic Apollousa. Yup, that's it for the video. They asked me to make a video talking about Prismatic, the no-name secret rare coming out of the last set, and really, do we expect it to maintain its value over the long run? Should he sell it? I don't know. I'm here to answer that question. So, here's a nice little investment video. Shall we? You ever just miss out on pulling the Prismatic secret rare and you're like, oh yeah, and like, oh yeah, hey, you know, I just made $300+ on this. Do you think I should sell it? Well, we need to talk about Prismatic secret rare and the effect that this really had coming out of the last sets. For those of you that lived under a rock, I know, me too. If you've lived under a rock, you might have missed these new Prismatic secret rares that came out of the last set, and you're like, oh, these look so beautiful. Well, they announced that they were basically super hard to get. I think the official stated odds were lower than they actually were, but they were basically 1 per 25 boxes. That's crazy, by the way. So, the Rising Rampage had 4 cards, by the way, in this alternate rarity. And it was a rare, a super, an ultra, and a secret rare that all got the chance to get to this upgrade. Well, our market had never seen anything like this before. I mean, everybody was shocked to see this Prismatic secret rare printing that we didn't really know what to do with it. So, what are we looking at the moment here? Well, here's what I can tell you. Currently looking at the market, the Storm Dragon's return, as I'm making this video, is currently $70. These were $60. They've been rising a little bit over time. It's not a big rise. I mean, they were $60 for a little while, but okay, we have seen steady growth with this. The Verdant Wind Charmer has been floating at the 155 to the 160 mark. Now, considering that this is a pretty big shift between this, but I mean, you've also got a little thing that we all love to call in the card game industry called the waifu tax. If she look good and she playable, she gonna be expensive. If she look good and she bad, she's still gonna be expensive. If she looks good and she's a key piece of the metagame, oh, your wallet gonna be hurting. Oh, that be how it be in the card game community. That hot waifu tax really be there. But looking at this, we're pushing the 160 mark on these. It's not as playable as our other friend here, the Marincess Seahorse. Now, these have been rising, actually. This one is interesting. So, looking at how these have been, these started off at the 180 mark. All right, we were cruising along, and then, you know, some buyouts happen. You know, TCG player be like, hey, 8% back, everybody. And then, you know, everybody's like, well, I like getting free money back. So then players went in. As of making this video, we are 199 lowest on TCG player. Once again, waifu tax, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Marincess Seahorse is fantastic in her own deck, but $200 good. Market price had these things at 178, by the way. But here we are, you know, long-term effects, by the way. I mean, 7 listings of them left on the market. I believe that this one's going up mainly because we have the next wave of support coming out. Let's be honest, guys. You know, extra waves of support. Be doing that. Now, the big one was the Apollousa Bow of the Goddess. This is the big Link 4. This is the Prismatic secret rare of the secret rare, by the way. And considering, on top of like the player base already needing this card and it already getting a buyout on top of making this video, like, I'm surprised. This card has been at $350 for its life. Now, that being said, there's only one light play on the market for $350. When that one's gone, we're up to $360, and then we only start climbing from that point. So, yeah, had you won the actual lottery here and you had pulled the big Apollousa, you're sitting on a $350 paycheck. Now, if we were to list this on TCG Player for $360, they're going to take about 16% from us. So 86% of that, we're going to get about $310, and then, you know, we're going to have to put postage on this. We're going to get about $307 after fees and things processed. All right, that's a pretty good paycheck for opening up one pack and pulling it. Now, Inner Collector Robbie is telling me, and I've heard a few other players mention this too, these cards are only available in first edition booster packs of this set. If you are acquiring special editions of this set, these will not be available. We also do not know going forward if we will see these in other sets. This was literally just kind of a Rising Rampage thing. We needed a little bit more icing on the cake to sell the set. They did a fantastic job. We got gotcha'd into buying it. Here we are. And I mean, it's not a bad thing to see this, because just one more thing is good. One more chance to make more money is great. This is literally Magic the Gathering masterpieces. Like, people are salty because they can't afford them, and they're like, they shouldn't exist in the game. But to the one duelist that, you know, doesn't really make a lot of money and is barely making ends meet trying to play this game, you know, this is a free deck for them. So I always like to reward those people that understand that. So, but to a collector, and this is back on my original point here, a lot of players have been talking about this too in the collector's market. What is the long term for these cards? We've seen in the past ghost rares. Years later, look at the price tags on those cards. They are crazy expensive now. Like Stardust Dragons for $300 to $500. Black Rose Dragon, first editions, for about as much money as that. Power Tool Dragons, Majestic Stars, the Red Dragon Archfiends, the Red Nova Dragons. You know, even the Ghost Rare Assault modes are worth a little bit of God, it pains me to say that. Even Shark Drake Vice is worth a couple $. But you see this collector's market. You see that there are 4 cards in this set. Alternate foiling. They're good in the current metagame. Well, where are they going to go in the future? Are players 6, 7, 8 years down the line, are we going to want to collect Prismatic Secret Rare? What is the long-term longevity of the situation here? Now, to the average player, yeah, axe this. Go get rid of it. If you pull it and you want to make free money, absolutely. All right. Go do that. You're not in the market for the long haul. Get rid of it. Scrap it. Now, to the collector, I don't know what to tell you either. I think, longevity-wise, that this is an interesting pickup. Now, I don't think the Apostle is worth picking up at $350 and holding. Now, if you can get them for like $253, absolutely, all day long. But I think that time has passed. I think the general scare of really this coming into circulation and players not really knowing what to do with these. Now, I do think going forward, these 4 cards are going to be used as the benchmarker for these. I mean, when they all went into circulation, they were all at the 200, 600, they were all over the place. Like, I know Storm's Dragon's Return was $200, and then it flooded all the way down to like $50 and started going up. I do think from a basis going forward that, yeah, we are going to use these cards as a gauging point to kind of see where things go. We also don't know if this is going to stick around. So, I mean, buckle up. You're in for the long haul if you're a collector here. You know, like, PSA graded cards, super secret market. Nobody touches it, but it's an interesting creature, and I honestly am looking forward to, maybe I'll touch on that a little bit, but this is really this scratches the PSA market a little bit and goes, hey, maybe we should start getting these graded. Maybe we should start setting on these cards. Maybe there's a worthwhile investment to be had here. I don't know. Just my 2 cents. So, to the average collector, yes, absolutely probably pick these up in an affordable range you can. To the average player, if you pull one of these masterpieces, you know, if you pull one of these super high-end cards, go offload it. Go pay for a new deck. Don't you love it when the hobby pays for the hobby? Like, that's the dream, right? Like, everybody wants to be able to use something from the game to continuously pay for the game. This is just one of those stories, you know? So, Congratulations for pulling the Apollousa, by the way. Must be nice. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Imco40 out. And remember, you pull nice things. You don't always have to keep them. You can turn them into other nice things. Peace out, guys. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanco40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.